Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. I have a little change of scenery today. I am out on my dining table, but I will give you a little trivia that you may or may not be able to tell by looking here. You might think this table looks the same as my craft room, and it is. I got this table from IKEA many, many years ago, and it's a fantastic table for stamping on because it's a hard, solid surface. It doesn't have a bend or a give to it. And it was a great economical price for our dining table for our family. So we actually have two of the exact same tables. One's in my dining area and one's in my craft room. So that has nothing to do with what I'm stamping today, but I just thought I'd give you that little bit of information. So anyway, I'm going to do today what's called double time stamping. It is not new. It's been around for a while, but it might be new to you. And maybe you've done it before, but it's been a while. So I think it's a fun technique. I think it's pretty cool looking. So double time stamping. And I'll show you that in a second, but let me tell you the supplies that we're using. I'm going to be using Zany Zoo, and this is a brand new stamp set that will be available next week. Not quite yet. Depending on when you're watching this, it will be available in May of 2023. So Zany Zoo, just cute and fun. The ink colors I'll be using black StazOn ink, Lemon Lime Twist, which is an oldie but goodie. We used to have in the catalog and it's been gone, but this will be available again starting in May of 2023. I'll be using Pumpkin Pie and Pool Party. Okay, let's put those off to the side. And then just adhesive and some dimensional dots, okay? So the pieces that I'll be using, the card pieces, I'll be using a Lemon Lime Twist is my background. So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. It's already been scored, so I can just fold that over. I do not have my bone folder out here, but there we go. All right, and then I have two pieces of white, basic white cardstock. One piece is 2.5 by 3 3/4. The other piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I do have another piece of Lemon Lime Twist here, and this one is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, so those are the four pieces. One base is Lemon Lime Twist. This is the Lemon Lime Twist also. And then I have two pieces of white cardstock here. So four pieces all together. Okay. So let's get started with this. I'm going to take this smaller piece here first, and I'm going to use the black, and I'm just going to stamp words on there. The words I'm using is something great to celebrate, you. So let's ink that. And make sure I'm up here in the camera. Do I want to do it straight? Do I want to do it at an angle? It's kind of whimsical. Let's just go with straight. Let's go with straight. Straight down. Straight back up. There we go. Okay. We'll close that up and get that one out of here. So that's all I have for now. All right, we're going to take the other white piece. And what I want to do is I want to attach this one on here. Why it's called double time stamping is because I will be stamping two pieces of cardstock at the exact same time. So let me take this piece here. I'm going to take some adhesive, just a tiny little dot, just enough to hold this piece in place. I don't want to hold it in place forever, just for a little bit while I'm stamping it. So I just put a tiny little piece of adhesive in the center. And then I'm going to lay this down here, and we're going to put this as centered as you can, top to bottom, side to side. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, it's a little crooked. All good. All right. So there we go. So that's what I have right now. I attached this smaller piece to the larger piece, just there with just a little bit of adhesive. Let's all right, we're going to stamp these pieces. Let's do this one first. Doing this little raccoon guy with balloons. I'm going to ink this in the Lemon Lime Twist. And we're going to just kind of randomly stamp these guys around here. Okay, I don't necessarily need to press hard into the ink pad, but I want to press here. And then I'm going to show you what's going to happen. We're just going right over top of both pieces. Okay, so it's over both of them. I'm going to do another one with him. Let's see, maybe we'll put up top here. Okay. Press that down. There we go. All right, so let's put this off to the side. We're going to pull out the pool party. And we have this alligator or crocodile. I'm sure there's going to be some person who's going to come on and know exactly the difference between the two and tell me, but I'm just going to call him an alligator for the moment. He might not be. Let's take him and we're going to put him off the paper a little bit down here. And maybe we'll put him up here a little bit. And we're pressing down harder, a little bit harder on the paper, not so much in the ink pad. If you press really hard in the ink pad and then really hard on here, you're going to get catching a lot of edges. So I'm just tapping in here, but pressing just in the center on here, and I'll explain that in just a second. All right, now the pumpkin pie. I'm doing this little tiger with the ballerina skirt on. And we'll take that guy, and if you overlap a little bit some pieces, it's fine. I'm overlapping this alligator a little bit. I'm not rocking. Again, I'm not rocking back and forth because that's when you're going to catch edges, but I'm pressing in the center. Let's put him over here again. Press in the center. Let's see if I want to get a little bit more, maybe just a little touch up here, just to get a little bit of orange in there in the pumpkin pie. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so because I have cardstock here, the cardstock has a little bit of a thickness. So if you're not pressing down well in the centers of your stamps, you end up with a really big white gap around the edging of this piece of cardstock here. You're going to get a little bit anyway. If I pull this close up here, you can see right in here, there's a little bit of a white gap where the ink didn't get. You can see it over here too. There's a little bit of a gap right here where the ink didn't catch, and that's okay. But if you don't press down the centers, you're going to end up with a huge gap of where the ink isn't getting because of the thickness of this cardstock, okay? But just a little bit of a gap, that's what you want, all right? So now that that is stamped the way I want it, so the double time stamping is because I stamped on two pieces of cardstock at the exact same time. Now that I have it the way I want it, I'm going to pull this up. Just gently pull it up. Remember, you only put a little bit of adhesive. Now I'm going to go ahead and now I'm adhering it for real, okay? So I'm adding a little bit more adhesive. I'm going to take this lemon lime twist piece that I had earlier, and we're going to give that a little bit of a matting. Now this mat is what's going to cover those little white spaces that you had around your cardstock earlier. I'm going to take some dimensionals just because we like things that are popped up a little bit. Okay, pull off these backs. And we're going to lay this right back where we had it prior. Line up your images. I think we got it. There we go. Line up your images. Look at that. Cute. Cute, cute. And I'll take this, snap, and let's put this onto our card base. I find it much easier to line up top to bottom, right to side if I'm standing up. Because then I can see better looking down, okay? So there we go. And there's your double time stamping. How cute is that? You could do that with a whole bunch of different stamps. So try some other stamp sets that you have, but give double time stamping a try. Lots of fun. Any questions? Down below, shoot me a message and I'd be glad to help out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.